There was a Doordash girl that went and delivered a order to someone's home. They were supposed to leave their order on the front of their doorstep. They decided to open their door and record the half-naked individual in their own home and then press sexual assault charges for her breaking and entering and recording them against their consent. And this woman had the audacity to cry sexual assault. Very interesting. Well, now she's facing prison charges.
I just lost my job. The police are doing nothing. This is a man's world. I'm the victim.
You broke into his house. This hasn't been a man's world since like the 1960s. Everybody knows this world currently panders to women and panders to the weak, and everyone knows it. If you're someone complaining about a man's world, you are retarded.
Remember, I'm the victim.
Crazy.
Olivia Henderson, aka Doordash Girl, is absolutely finished after her criminal indictment has come down, and now she's going to have some major legal consequences. We're going to talk about that today on The Legal Mindset.
My 3 favorite words. I love it.
We teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney. This is a Fast Facts video, the quick and dirty version of the latest in legal news. So for those that may have missed it, this is our defendant here today, Olivia Henderson. She is the Doordash girl. And
the worst thing is that men, retarded men, including myself in the past, would romanticize and fetishize crazy ass women. And then you date a crazy ass woman and then you realize, oh, this is terrible. These people are out of control. And then you realize that you're in a relationship with not a woman, but a liability who is going to ruin your life if you ever leave them. We need to stop romanticizing and fetishizing being crazy and being insane, because these people will ruin your life.
She became quite famous when she entered she essentially pushed open the door on a house that she was delivering DoorDash to, and she saw a man inside that was half naked. Now he was passed out from alcohol consumption.
I can't believe that he was half naked in his own home.
As the facts were later go.
What are you doing recording that, bro?
That's f***ed up.
Yeah, well, maybe don't push open their door. What the f are you doing?
But indeed, Olivia claimed, hey, this man SA'd me, right? And this guy was out here SAing me, and therefore the police need to come. Everybody needs to pay me. I need to be, I'm the...
Guys, I want you to try to name on 2 hands every single false SA case that you've heard over the past year. Spoiler alert, you don't have that many fingers. Women crying SA in 2026. Name a more fitting duo. This is insane how often this happens.
Victim here.
And the worst thing is how many women get away with it. It's
claiming
pathetic.
To be victim.
It's pathetic.
The victim. Remember, I'm the victim.
Well, despite her Me Too-esque claims, it in fact was her who ended up getting in criminal trouble because of this. So Miss Henderson here, Olivia Henderson, was arrested after recording and posting images of the man on TikTok. So she took those images, took those video, posted on TikTok. It got all around, right? People were able to see the man, see his house. In the original video, his house number was visible. So you had all of that visible, exposing his location, his person, him while he's passed out unconscious.
I'm going to keep telling my story. Like, this is the only justice I'm getting, is exposing
my story, my truth. Just say that you're full of shit, you lying fucking cunt, and you're hoping to God you get an activist judge to rule in your favor because you know you're full of shit. You know you're full of shit.
This man, and having posted that video and it has gone viral. Like, now he can live with shame and embarrassment if people have seen it and knows who he is or where he... You know what I'm saying?
So she was arrested on that back last year, and it's been quite a while, but she was finally indicted by a grand jury. That's just citizens that are drafted out to do the indictment instead of the district attorney. There's kind of those 2 different methods of bringing an indictment on 2 felonies, one of unlawful surveillance and another of distribution of the unlawful surveillance image. And that's absolutely huge news, and that's absolutely something that was breaking right now. But one thing that very few people are talking about, we're going to talk about today on The Legal Mindset, is the massive civil liability she now clearly has under New York state law. let's get right into it. So let's look at the indictment and the charges that kind of rolled down. So here you see the file from the New York State with Olivia Henderson.
Can we, for the love of God, see a woman get punished for making a false accusation? For the love of God, punish her for a false accusation. I don't give a fuck if she gets charged for anything else. I want to see a woman behind bars for falsely accusing a man of sexual assault. For the love of God. Because until it starts happening, it will never stop. Please.
This year, 2002. You see the indictment, the incident was on October 12th, 2025. The arrest was in November by Oswego City Police. Her defense attorney, she's going with the public defender's office. She does not have anything but a public defender at this point. And
that means she has a poor lawyer.
Obviously the assistant district attorney is on the other side of that with her next appearance there in May. So all of that's coming up. She's got this indictment, which means, hey, a grand jury felt there was enough evidence to proceed on this, to bring her to trial. And what that also means to me is not only is this going to go forward with felonies, but also there's potential civil liability. Now, why do I think that's a big thing? That's a huge thing because this is her first time offense for the criminal charges. Those will probably be light. As much as everyone wants to say this might be 8 years in prison, etc., it won't be. This will probably be a slap on the wrist at best with probation or a split sentence.
Yeah, because it's a woman and they get away with absolutely fucking everything, and we all know it.
The criminal charges...
Isn't it illegal to falsely accuse someone of sexual assault? Yes. Yes, it is. It is. And you would think that people would go to jail for it, don't you think? Is it illegal to accuse someone of sexual assault? Watch. No. Oh my God. No. It is not illegal to accuse someone of sexual assault in general. People have the right to report what they believe happened to the police in civil claims, to employers, schools, or publicly, as long as the accusation is made in good faith. Oh my God. Free speech protections and the ability to seek justice for crimes mean that simply making an accusation, even a serious one, does not automatically violate the law. How many women have been jailed over false accusations of rape and sexual assault in the United States? Look at this. 17 people from 2000 to 2010. 42 of them from 2015 to 2020. Less than 100 people. How many sexual assault claims from women to men have there been in the past 30 years? 100,000 to 140,000 police reports. Less than 100 of them have ever seen consequences. Less than 0.001%. Per year, by the way. That's per year. Hundreds of thousands of false sexual assault and rape claims are made every year. Less than 0.0000001% of those women ever see consequences for their actions. And so if you're claiming it is a male's world, you're retarded. You can say a man sexually assaulted you on the internet, obliterate their career, and even maybe get an activist judge to agree with you. They're done forever. And if you get caught lying, no punishment.
Are honestly going to be a joke when it comes down to it. And she's probably going to enter into a plea deal. But when you look at the civil side and the potential civil liability, particularly under the special New York law that nobody has talked about so far, that is absolutely going to destroy her.
Interesting.
So, turning over to that, after we look at the charges here, once again, the dissemination of a surveillance video and the unlawful surveillance. When we turn over to the massive liability, we look at New York Civil Rights Law, Section 52B. This is for allowing a private right of action for non-consensual dissemination of intimate images, otherwise known as, people know it as revenge porn.
Yep.
Now, this statute is not just for stuff posted online. It's not just for ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends. Yep. It's really for any sort of image that is being posted without somebody's consent. And it covers directly on point secret recording like this. This is something that fits spot on with this and the posting of unclothed bodies without consent. And mind you, this situation, it's very interesting because of the genders and people not coming to think of this. But if the genders had been flipped here, if that had been a woman inside and a male Doordash driver, certainly I think people would have thought about this civil liability right away. But I think perhaps people thought, okay, because it's a man and there's SA thrown out, there's this kind of Me Too-esque allegation, we're not going to think about this. But this is very, very direct and very, very on point. And this allows for massive injunctive relief, compensatory damages, punitive damages, and attorney's fees. And because of that, this will absolutely ruin her life. So let me jump over to my judge.
A woman facing consequences is actually very rare. Incredibly fucking rare.
So Olivia is likely going to enter a plea deal or a verdict with a light sentence as a first-time offender. The felonies are not going to land her 8 years in prison. She'll probably get a couple months at best. More likely, she's going to get probation and some sort of time outside of.
I would be shocked if anything happens. Women do not face consequences in this world, and that's the God's honest truth.
Prison, maybe community service, etc. She's not going to be serving the 8 years. However, if this man brings a civil lawsuit using this law, and we're just talking about this one law,
I don't think this is going to happen.
They could potentially recover.
She deserves it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
$500,000 in compensatory damages and up to $2 million in punitive damages just on this. That's kind of an average outcome when you've got something that has gone viral, that has been widespread on the internet, that exposes his name, very intimate, obviously intimate details, his location, etc. All of those factors point to a massive claim. And not only that, but this is very similar to the case of Vitaly, where Vitaly defamed someone, calling them made a criminal accusation, much as she made that Me Too-esque allegation about SA. In that case, and when we're comparing the two, in both cases, you have potential defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Those both apply here. Same in the Vitaly case and same over here. So if you pile that on top of the liability under 52B, you're looking at potential multi-million-dollar lawsuit here that could absolutely ruin her. So I think in my conclusion that she absolutely deserves the maximum punishment. And this is something that needs to happen so that copycats don't try to do the same thing. Or
I absolutely agree. If a woman can break into a man's home, record them against his consent while he is naked and claim that that is sexual assault and get money and rewarded for it, any opportunity for a woman to cheat and abuse the system they will take, because so many of them are lazy as fuck. They're infertile. They never got a man because they got brainwashed by TikTok feminism, and now they're looking for any shortcut to success in life, and that's the truth.
Try to post this information online, I think should be absolutely discouraged. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
I think if you are so far gone that you think a man was sexually assaulting you because he was simply existing in his own house and you saw that on the spot, you're beyond help. You're deranged. You're a psychopath. And society would be better off without him, my opinion. Women need to face consequences for their actions, and this bitch is nuts.